long before Egypt was ruled by crowns of gold, before pyramids clawed their way toward the sun. The land lived under the watch of the gods, and the gods were afraid. Each night, when the sun god sailed his flaming bark into the underworld, something followed him. Not a demon, not a monster, a shadow with memory. 1. The girl who read the silence. Nefru was the daughter of a temple scribe in Thebes. She learned to read hieroglyphs before she learned to braid her hair. But what made her different was not her knowledge, it was her curse. She could hear what statues whispered after midnight. The stone god spoke of a growing imbalance. The Eye of Eye, a sacred symbol that protected the cycle of day and night, was weakening. If it failed, the sun would not rise again. The priests laughed when Nefru warned them, until the shadows began to move on their own. 2. The pharaoh who was already dead. Pharaoh Pinra still sat on the throne, but Egypt knew the truth. He had died weeks ago. Something else wore his face now, something that feared the dawn. Crops withered. The Nile rose at the wrong times. Tombs sealed themselves shut from the inside. At night, a second sun appeared briefly in the sky, dark, red, and watching. Nefru realized the horror. Apophis, the serpent of chaos, had found a way into the world of the living not through force, but through deception. 3. The descent into the Duat. Guided by the whispers of stone, Nefru entered the great temple at Karnak and performed a forbidden ritual. The world cracked open. She fell into the Duat, the Egyptian underworld. There, she walked among upside-down rivers and fire-lit caverns where souls will wade endlessly. She found Oi, weakened, his light flickering like a dying torch. The eye is lost, Oi said, and only a mortal may retrieve it. 4. The trial of the eye. To reclaim the Eye of Eye, Nefru faced 3 trials. Truth, where her heart was weighed against Maat's feather. Memory, where she relived every fear she had buried. Sacrifice, where she had to choose between saving Egypt or returning home. She chose Egypt. The eye burned itself into her soul. 5. Dawn without shadows. Nefru returned as the sun rose for the first time in days. Apophis screamed as light tore through his false body. The pharaoh's corpse turned to dust. The Nile settled. Order returned. But Nefru was gone. Some say she became the living Eye of Eye, watching Egypt from the sun itself. Others claim that if you walk among temples at dawn, statues still whisper her name. Because as long as Egypt stands, someone must always be watching the shadows.